It is now Thursday, I think. Yeah, Thursday the 24th. I'm in my hotel out by Seoul Airport. I stayed here the night. As you can see, it's pretty big. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so let me start from the beginning. Got to the airport with my mum and my sister. Because the aeroplane was so big, it took an hour to board the plane. So I had to start boarding at about 12:30, so it was quite, well, I went for a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea with my mum and my sister, probably last time I was bacon. Don't know if you can get it out here. Well, if you can, it's probably not the same anyway. So yeah, went for a bacon sandwich and a cup of tea with my mum, had a bit of a chat, did some updates on Facebook, which is probably not the best use of my time with my sister and my mum right last minute, but never mind. Had to go through security, so that was quite emotional with my mum and my sister all bawling his eyes out, but thankfully I didn't wear mascara. That's the key. So yeah, I got through security. There were only 3 desks open and the queue was massive. So I was stood there bawling my eyes out thinking, oh crap, I'm going to miss the plane. Anyway, I didn't, luckily. So yeah, the plane was absolutely huge inside, absolutely massive. Got talking to this guy called Dave, who was going to Dubai to do an IOSH course, funnily enough, which is the course that I did at Beaumont, so that was kind of a little talking point. So he was asking me all about my trip, and I'm like, I don't really know the answer to that. To be honest, I don't really know the answer to a lot of questions people ask me about what I'm going to be doing when I'm out here, because I don't know, they haven't told me. What else? There was one girl I was sat by the window just behind the wing, and then there was a gap, and then there was a girl sat next to me who was going to Melbourne, so I was talking to her for a bit. Ches, you forgot to remind me to get some sweets for the plane, thanks. So yeah, I was sat there going, like this, trying to pop my ears, you know what I'm like about my ears. So see, this is why you shouldn't travel on your own, because you forget stuff like that. But luckily the girl next to me, well, one seat on from me should I say, had some Merry Mints. So I was chewing on them over takeoff, that were alright. Just after takeoff, I was looking out the window, and it just at that moment dawned on me that, oh my god, I'm going away for a whole year, and we're not going to see my family for at least 6 months. So of course, absolutely bawled my eyes out on the plane, didn't I? So I was trying to sort of like discreetly like cry near the window, because I thought this poor girl was thinking what on earth's wrong with her. So I was like bawling my eyes out like discreetly on the plane, but yeah, it was that moment where it really hit me that, oh my god, I'm going to Korea. So being paired people is quite emotional, especially when you're on your own. If you can do it with a friend, do it with a friend, because I don't know, it's a bit weird being in a hotel room by yourself. Although I have to say, here in Korea they do get Law and Order, so at least that's one program I know. Yay. So I got to Dubai at I think it was about 3:25 in the morning. We got there a little bit early. The queue for security at Dubai Airport was even worse than at Manchester. The queue, Mom, do you remember Bangkok? It was worse than Bangkok. So yeah, the queue for Dubai was stupidly busy. But when I boarded the plane in Manchester, I'll check, see if you can get a free upgrade to first class, because they do sometimes do that. So when I went through security, I asked at this desk and said no, basically, but worth trying it. And it was actually when I was in the queue for security that I got talking to a girl called Lauren, because she had a Bangor hoodie on. So she was stood behind me, and I thought, oh, I recognise that logo on a t-shirt, and she actually went to Bangor University a few years after me, but so that was a bit of a talking point. And it turns out she's doing a TEFL, she's doing teaching English like me, and she's in Busan, which is a town next door to mine, so I've made a friend already. So I got talking to her most of the trip, and we also met another guy called Thomas, but unfortunately I didn't get his details, but he was just travelling around Asia, so probably wouldn't have been much point. But he did offer to take me on holiday for free. So, you know, 5 minutes out of Halifax and I've met a suitable bachelor already. Can't go wrong. So, yeah, we took a few pictures in Dubai Airport, which will probably be on here somewhere. They had like a waterfall in the middle of the airport, as you do. Boarded the plane. We weren't sat together, we were quite sat far apart, and they said, oh, I'm probably just going to sleep on this flight, so I'm pretty tired. even though it was only, I think it was about 8 o'clock UK time when we got to Dubai, but obviously it was dark, so your body thinks, oh yeah, we're going to go to sleep. So by the time we got to board in the Dubai flight, I was pretty tired, and I was sending text messages to my mum saying I'm going to Ulsan when I wasn't. I was going to Seoul, so there you go, tired. So we got fed about, I think I fell asleep actually pretty much as soon as we took off. I laid down because I had 3 seats to myself, so I thought I'm going to make the most of it. So I laid down and I was just about to nod off when the tapped, because you have this little sticker that you put on your chair to see if you weren't waking up for food, and I'd put the sticker on because I was starving, as I always am. So they woke me up for food, so I just about dropped off when they woke me up, so I was a bit grouchy. I was nice, but I felt a bit grumpy. And then literally ate my food, went to the toilet, and then went back to sleep. I think I slept for about 4 hours on that flight, which is quite good for me considering I never sleep on flights. But I think that's because I was laid down, whereas I can't sleep propped up against something for the life in me. I can't. So it was pretty good. I don't think I'd slept otherwise. So I got to Seoul at about 25 past 4. Poor Lauren, who was going to Busan, had somebody meeting her at the airport to take her straight down there, which I think was pretty brave of her, to be fair, because I was absolutely knackered by the time we got there. I literally could have fallen asleep where I was stood. So I'm glad I booked a hotel room for the night instead of going down to Ulsan, because I'd be really tired. So I managed to speak a little bit Korean, yay, and I managed to get somebody to call my hotel to get my free pickup, because stupidly, she'll show you here, my phone doesn't work at all. So if you come, any teachers that are watching this that are coming out to Korea, hang on a minute, I'll show you. Any teachers that are coming out, if you're on O2, it doesn't work, see? I don't know if you can see there, manual mode. There's no reception, no network or anything, so apart from my alarm clock and reading text messages that have already been sent to me, can't do anything with this pretty little thing. So be prepared for that when you get here. So yeah, I got picked up. I managed to get somebody to call my hotel to come pick me up because it was literally like 2 minutes away. So they came to get me. I had to wait outside. It is freezing. I think it was something like -2. And I only had this hoodie and a t-shirt on, and I can't wear, my coat is actually quite tight as it is, so I can't wear my coat and my hoodie together, so I was pretty cold waiting for my pickup. So yeah, I got to the airport, paid. I'd suggest don't do what I did and bring US dollars with you, because I don't know if I actually got ripped off at the internet cafe, I'm not sure, but they do accept US dollars at your hotel, and I worked. When they charged me, I thought, because it was something like $42 something, and I thought it sounded like a lot, but when I worked it back when I got the computer, it's actually right. So I'd definitely bring some Korean won with you, for all you people that are coming out here afterwards. So yeah, I got to my hotel. It's actually quite a nice hotel. I don't know if you can see. I don't move my camera in case it falls. I've got it on like a little tower so that you can see. So this is my room. It's actually a double room, but I've got 2 double beds. Although to be fair, let me just see if I can turn this round a little bit more. Right, this bed is not comfortable at all. Right, I had to it wasn't cold, I got a little heater over there, so I had the heater on before I went to bed, but then I turned it off because I thought, I don't want to sit back to the apartment in the middle of the night. But I had 2 duvet covers, and I thought, oh yeah, it's going to be freezing, so I'll sleep under both of them. No. I slept on top of one and under the other, because look how hard this bed is. Are you ready? You can't even bounce on it, it's so rock hard. Look, I'm really bouncing here and I'm not even moving. It's like that song, Solid as a Rock. So yeah, so got to my hotel, went down to use the internet cafe downstairs because they don't have Wi-Fi, so I couldn't use my laptop either. Went down to the internet cafe. Well, like I said, I think I got ripped off on the charge, but because I paid in US because I didn't have any one with me, so that was a bit stupid, but never mind. So I used Skype to call my mum to let her know that I'd got here okay, because obviously I can't use my phone, so I couldn't text her, so I thought, oh, I'm really tired, I just want to go to bed. But I thought she'll only be panicking, thinking, oh, how come she hasn't rung me yet, she's supposed to ring me when I get to the hospital. And I know, Mum, Yeah, you know, you think I'm going to get sold into the slave trade. I didn't. Don't worry, I'm okay. So yeah, so I Skyped my mum just to let her know I got here okay, but the connection wasn't very good, to be honest. It was a bit quiet, and I was really tired, so I literally updated my Facebook status to let everybody know I'd got here. Obviously called my mum, like I said, and then I came upstairs. I didn't even bother getting anything to eat because there's a few shops down there, but I just thought, I'm just so tired, I'm not even hungry. So I got back up to my room, packed some stuff that were in my backpack, because my backpack weighed a ton. It was actually 6 kilos and the weight limit was 7, and I'd not even put my laptop in or my Ugg boots. I put them in afterwards so I didn't have to pay. Oh, and the weight limit, I was at 30.7 kilos on my weight limit, but apparently it's only if you get to 31 that they charge you, so remember that. I'm actually getting the bus down to Ulsan. You can fly, but the weight limit for Korean Air is 20 kilos. Now Lauren said, because she was flying from Gimpo Airport, and she said that the extra baggage charge thing was only like £1, so I could maybe fly, but I'm not going to risk it. And you know, I'd have to fly today a little bit late, so I can't do that. So yeah, got back to my room, had a shower and washed my hair. Love the shower. It's like a super power shower. It came out so fast and it blew me across the other side of the room, and it was nice and hot, so that's good. Yeah, washed my hair. Chairs, the straighteners and the hairdryer that you give me, brilliant. If you're wondering, I got Toni and Guy with the European plug. And I'll show you here. These are my straighteners. Doing a little bit of selling here, but these are really good. They get really hot. And it's a European plug out here. I've not dared to plug in my laptop yet because I don't know. Well, I plugged in my charger for my phone last night, and it didn't like spark or anything, although the plug socket is a little bit wobbly. So I'm not going to risk it with my laptop just yet. I'll check see what Mel's done with hers. That's my friend who's already out here. What else? Yeah, I think it was about 8:30 by the time I got to my room at night. So I watched Law and Order for about 15 minutes, and then I was like, gone. So I fell asleep. Then I woke up. It was still dark. I thought, it'll probably be about 5 o'clock in the morning, something like that, because I set my alarm for 7. Yeah, woke up. It was 11:30 at night, so I'd actually slept for about 2 hours, 3 hours. So I'm like, oh right, okay, because obviously I think it was like sometime in the morning. I think it was about 7 o'clock in the morning when I landed. So it was probably about lunchtime in England. So that's probably why I woke up. So I made myself go back to sleep because I thought I'm going to try and get into Korean time as quickly as I can. So I set my alarm for 7 o'clock this morning, but my phone has an automatic turn off and turn on so that drunk people can't ring me in the middle of the night. God send. So my phone came on at 6:15 this morning, so the light actually woke me up. So I woke up at 6:15. So I got up, got dressed, put a bit of makeup on, thought I'd make an effort for you.